Sparta explained. Warriors, discipline, power, and the myth that outlived the city. The city that became a symbol. Few societies in history have become as symbolic as Sparta. The name alone evokes discipline, endurance, and unbreakable warriors. Sparta is remembered not just as a city, but as an idea, a vision of strength stripped of comfort, individuality, and doubt. Movies, games, and popular culture portray Spartans as fearless super soldiers, standing against impossible odds with little more than courage and muscle. But Sparta was not built to be admired. It was built to survive. And to understand Sparta, we must look beyond the legend, to the fear, structure, and sacrifice that shaped one of the most unusual societies of the ancient world. Sparta was built for control, not glory. Sparta's defining problem was not foreign invasion, it was internal fear. Spartan citizens were a small minority ruling over a massive enslaved population known as the Helots. People conquered from neighboring regions and forced to farm the land. In some estimates, Helots outnumbered Spartan citizens 7-1. This imbalance shaped everything. Sparta did not become militarized because it loved war. It became militarized because it feared rebellion. The army existed as much to control the population within its borders as to defend against enemies beyond them. A society organized around discipline. Unlike Athens and other Greek city-states, Sparta rejected democracy, philosophy, artistic expression, trade-driven wealth. Instead, it built a society around order and uniformity. From birth, Spartan citizens were evaluated by the state. Weak or unhealthy infants were sometimes abandoned, not out of cruelty, but from a belief that weakness endangered the whole. Individual life mattered less than collective survival. This was not accidental, it was policy. The agoge, how Spartans were made. At around age 7, Spartan boys were removed from their families and placed into the agoge, a state-run education and training system. The agoge taught obedience, endurance, combat skills, silence, emotional restraint. Comfort was deliberately denied. Food was scarce, clothing minimal, discipline harsh. The goal was not brilliance or heroism, but uniformity. Spartans were trained to move as one, fight as one, and die as one. Fear as a tool of unity. Spartan cohesion came from fear of shame more than fear of death. Cowardice was punished socially, not just legally. A Spartan who fled battle might live, but would be publicly humiliated and excluded. Honor was enforced not by law alone, but by the community itself. This created soldiers who held their line not because they were fearless, but because retreat was unthinkable. The reality of Spartan warfare. Contrary to legend, Spartans did not fight constantly. They avoided unnecessary wars, relied heavily on allies, preferred defensive engagements. Their strength was not aggression, but discipline under pressure. This becomes clear when we look at the battle that defined Sparta forever. Thermopylae. History before Hollywood. No story defines Sparta more than the Battle of Thermopylae. According to legend, 300 Spartans stood alone against a massive Persian army in a narrow mountain corridor, holding the line through sheer will. The image is powerful. And later, it became cinematic. But the real battle, while still extraordinary, was very different from what movies show. The narrow pass that changed everything. In 480 BCE, the Persian Empire under Xerxes invaded Greece with a vast multinational force. A Greek alliance, not Sparta alone, chose to block the advance at Thermopylae, a narrow coastal pass between mountains and sea. This location mattered. The pass was so narrow that Persia's numerical advantage was neutralized. Only a limited number of soldiers could fight at once. This is one of the few things the movie gets right. It was never just 300. Despite popular memory, the Spartans were not alone. At the start of the battle, Greek forces included 300 Spartan hoplites, thousands of allied soldiers from other city-states. The Spartans were elite, but they were part of a coalition. The myth of 300 alone comes from the final stand, not the entire battle. Formation, not individual heroics. The film portrays Spartans fighting nearly naked, relying on individual strength and agility. Reality was the opposite. Spartans fought as hoplites. Heavy armor, large shields, long spears, tight formations. Their strength came from discipline and cohesion, not spectacle. In the narrow pass, order mattered more than bravery. The Persians were not monsters. The movie depicts Persian forces as monstrous caricatures. Historically, Persia was a sophisticated empire with professional soldiers. The battle mattered precisely because Persia was formidable, not foolish. Betrayal and the final stand. The battle turned when a mountain path was revealed, allowing Persian forces to flank the Greeks. Most allies withdrew. The Spartans stayed, along with a small number of others. This final stand was not reckless heroism. It was deliberate delay. Their goal was to buy time for Greece. The sacrifice was real. The legend was born. The Helots, Sparta's hidden foundation. Behind the warrior myth stood a harsher reality. Helots farmed the land, produced food, sustained the economy. Spartan citizens lived off this labor, allowing full-time military training. But this created constant fear. To maintain control, Sparta used surveillance, intimidation, ritualized violence. The infamous Cryptia reportedly terrorized Helots to suppress rebellion. Spartan freedom was built on unfreedom. The contradictions of Spartan society. Despite its harshness, Sparta contained contradictions. Spartan women owned land, managed estates, exercised publicly, spoke freely. They held more autonomy than women in many Greek states. Why? Because Sparta valued strength, even when it challenged tradition. Why Sparta could not adapt? Sparta treated its laws as sacred. Innovation was dangerous. This rigidity created stability, but also stagnation. As other states evolved, Sparta did not. What once made it strong slowly made it fragile. The decline of Sparta. Sparta did not fall in a single battle. Its decline came from shrinking citizen numbers, economic rigidity, inability to reform. By the time Sparta faced new realities, it was living on reputation alone. The legend survived. The city did not. Why Sparta still haunts us? Sparta fascinates us because it represents an extreme solution to a universal problem. How much freedom are people willing to sacrifice for security? Sparta chose discipline over individuality, order over creativity, survival over comfort. The myth and the message. Sparta was neither a utopia nor a monster. It was a society shaped by fear, discipline, and necessity. Its legend outlived its reality, because legends are easier to admire than systems built on control. So the final question is this: do we admire Sparta for its strength, or because it reflects a part of ourselves we hesitate to examine? If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and supports future content.